Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany Dura, and if you're watching this video, then you are wanting to know more about my testimony, how I overcame postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is something that 1 in 9 women will experience, and it is something that you may experience with one pregnancy or multiple pregnancies. For me, this was my first time experiencing postpartum depression with any of my pregnancies. And so a little bit about the backstory. I think some things that contributed to me having to deal with postpartum depression was the fact that my husband and we live in Texas. We do have the 3 children here, but we don't have any family here. We do have wonderful friends that offer amazing support, but it's tough when you're not near your family. My mom was there when I had my other 2 children, so she was there for their birth. Because she was working this time around with Ryan, and also Ryan had to be induced. That was a different scenario. My other children, I didn't have to have an induction, but with Ryan I did, so that was something else that was different this time around. So really and truly, each pregnancy is different, and the experience may be different from the first, the second, or the third. When I had Ryan, I will say that, at first I kind of had, some overwhelming feelings. I did really feel overwhelmed. I didn't really feel as connected to her at first. Really, I just kind of contributed to really baby blues. And I thought that, okay, it's just because, I've just had a new baby, and it's just taking some time to adjust this time around. When I went to my 6-week appointment with my OBGYN, I shared with her my thoughts and my feelings, and she said, okay, Tiffany, she said, I really think maybe you're having a little bit of postpartum depression. She said, but nothing to worry about, we'll be able to get through it. And so I want to share some of the feelings that I had. And so normally I've always been a very happy person. I've always, enjoyed being around people. I'm a very sociable person. And so I found myself really not wanting to do the things that I enjoyed. Like, I love being around other people, and I would find myself not really wanting to go out, or really wanting to be around people, or if I was around people, I would still kind of feel sad. And I just really felt like an overwhelming sadness at times. And so because your hormones are changing and everything changes when you give birth, I just kind of thought okay, this is what's going on. And so a pivotal moment for me was the fact that I really felt like I wanted to just flee. I kind of felt like I couldn't manage the things that were going on in my day-to-day. I just felt like it was so overwhelming. And it wasn't that I didn't have anyone there, because at the time my husband was there. He was off of work, on paternal leave. One of my aunts, she came to visit, and she was there. So it wasn't like I didn't have any support. I did have support. I did have people there, yet I still felt alone. So I knew that I needed to take additional steps to be able to get myself in the best place. And so, I definitely prayed and everything, and I did in turn seek counseling. And so I went to a therapist, and I still see my therapist today. And I will say that I am in a completely different place from the place that I was now. And I know that it's only because of God's grace, for him being able to, bring me through one of the toughest moments I felt that I've had to deal with. I didn't know anyone who had ever dealt with postpartum depression. And if they had, it's something that they didn't share. And, a lot of times I feel like we don't share the things that we go through because, we're fearful. Sometimes we're afraid to let people in. But as I was going through my therapy process, this is what really inspired me to start my YouTube channel, is because I wanted to be that person that can encourage other women that, you know, whatever you're going through in your life, you're not alone. Not only is God with you, but there are other people who are going through the same things that you're going through, and just know that it's going to be okay. You're going to come through on the other side, and when you do, you're able to share your testimony and you're able to bless others. If you or if someone you know has been dealing with postpartum depression, please encourage them to watch this video so that they can see, you know, like, hey, someone just like me went through it and they were able to overcome it. And, you know, right now people may look at, you know, photos that I take with Ryan and say like, oh, I can't even, you know, imagine that she would have ever felt that way or thought that she'd ever felt that way. And, you know, looking at the situation today, like, of course I've always loved my daughter, but I knew that I had to deal with my emotional and my mental health, and that was so important. And right now, like, Ryan is my little best friend. Her and I, we spend so much time together because you spend so much time with your babies. And so you want to be able to not only give your all to them, but in order to do so, you have to be your best self and you have to take care of yourself first. So mental health is important, emotional health is important, and as moms, sometimes we don't take the time that we need to for us because we're so focused on everyone else and caring for everyone else that we put ourselves last. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope that it's encouraged or inspired you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.